Great stuff, DA. Thanks. On opening night, of course, you can tell the fans been looking forward to this game, too, in the opening of the season.
Well, summertime is a time for warm weather and vacations. That's over. Us diehard hoop fans, we need something. We know something's missing if the NBA is not being played.
Good point. So Cleveland will get the first possession. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. Amon Shumpert is out there with Steph Curry. And it's Durant in at the small forward.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Irving passes to Thompson. Baseline try. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Thompson. Irving's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Warriors. Curry with it. Outside Shumpert. Durant in the corner. Back to Shumpert. Curry kicks to Love. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Well, you know Kevin Love is ready in catch-and-shoot situations. Beautifully done.
Outside Irving. Thompson from long range. And that's collected by Love.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
To the paint. It's stolen by Green. A second chance effort. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Gotta believe they'll hear about it in that next time out. They have to box out better.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Thompson no good on the free throw.
You know, guys, you could make the case that Tristan Thompson has a center's game and a power forward's frame. He put on some weight going into last season in order to spend more time at the 5. That was probably a wise choice.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Curry with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green dishes to LeBron. Pachulia kicks to Irving. He feeds it to Thompson. Shot off the screen. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Curry passes to Durant. Poked away. It's stolen by Green. James dishes to Green. James sets the screen for Green. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Durant. Pass to Love. And another miss by Cleveland.
As soon as he caught it, the defense was in his grill. Really impressive.
Here's Irving. It doesn't go for him. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But at that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Oh, no doubt. Playing aggressively, forcing the action, that often works in your favor, and it did the last time around.
Here's James. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
The defense really doing their best to body LeBron James, but he is just a physical beast who cannot be contained.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And for Irving last season, Doris, he limited his drives to the rim to try to protect his health.
Well, I think, Kevin, you know, you come back from a fractured kneecap in 2015 playoffs, you understand that mentality. Health has been a question. He's missed significant time to injury in the majority of his 5 NBA seasons, and I don't think this is a sign of things to come.
Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. And looking deeper at some postseason numbers, here's a look at the distribution of 3-point and 2-point shot attempts for the Warriors. Here's Curry. The screen from Thompson. The pass to Durant. Thompson, a screen on James. Durant for three. LeBron with some nice D. Warriors leading by 5. The feed now to Green. Stolen by Thompson. And Curry with the clear path to the hoop. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
You know, that is a tough matchup for him. The size difference is drastic, but he was able to get enough air under it to get the 3 to fall.
Here's Curry with the 3. And Thompson throws it down.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
Irving kicks to Pachulia. Pachulia sets a screen for Thompson. Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Curry has it in the corner. Another miss by Curry.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Irving. Again, Irving missing.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
You know, clearly out of rhythm. He's pressing the issue right now. I'd like to see him get his teammates involved.
The screen from Thompson. Shumpert with the screen for Curry. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 6 points.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He kicks it to Durant. Here's Thompson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, Thompson not really the guy who's going to punish you consistently for sending him to the free throw line.
And Tristan Thompson, one of the premier offensive rebounders in the game. 2nd overall, in fact, in offensive rebounds last year.
But, Kevin, this is a guy who makes his living around the rim. He runs rim to rim, terrific on the pick and roll. He's a smart cutter, does a good job lurking on the baseline for drop-offs or second chance points.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
And this Warriors team so dominant on so many levels. But for me, what energizes them is that fluidity and that unselfishness of their offense. I mean, it's so much fun to play that way, and that joy feeds into every aspect of the game.
Cavaliers leading. Now here's Shumpert. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The screen from Thompson. On its way from Curry for 2. Draymond Green pulls it in. And the Warriors with such terrific decision-making and ball movement. It's hard to beat them playing old-school isolation offense.
And modern NBA defenses make it hard to score that way. Meanwhile, the Warriors are able to create open looks time and time again with their skill level and constant motion.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Picked by Pachulia. Thompson against Shumpert. Durant with the steal. To the left side wing. Here's Curry. He has 6. Another 3 for Cleveland.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Irving kicks to Pachulia. James outside. Back to Pachulia. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Number 1, Steph Curry. Kevin Durant, 3rd.
And what an option either of those two guys give you. They're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
Puts it up off the inbound. The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Guys, Kyrie Irving, stronger than he looks, absorbs the contact and still converts.
And Kyrie Irving, the MVP of Team USA back in the 2014 World Cup. You know, Doris, when the lights are brightest, he's usually at his best.
And that's what you hope for, Kevin, right? This is a guy who's won the three-point shootout. He's won an All-Star MVP and the Rising Stars MVP. Elite competition seems to bring out the best in him. And when he heats up, he can take over.
And that one's good, Durant.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Irving kicks to LeBron. Uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got his second basket of the night.
Just a high percentage look for LeBron. I mean, he's so good in the post.
Kicks to Thompson. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And what's crazy to think about with Curry is that he was signed to such an affordable contract before he, too, made the leap to stardom because of concerns about his ankles. That has not, though, recently been a problem for him.
And the team must be thanking their lucky stars for that good fortune. Very serious concerns at one point that Curry would never be able to play a full season. Had the procedure done to take away tissue and change his approach with ankle sprains, and he's been as good as it gets.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. And Ian Clark subbed in for Thompson.
You know, such a polished free throw shooter. He just makes the most of all of those chances when he gets them.
LeBron passes to Irving. Missed inside.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Fry. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Pistons in Detroit. Clark dishes to Irving. Launches a 3. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Jefferson kicks to Curry. They double-team Curry. To the inside, Jefferson banked in off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Irving kicks to James. Releases from 15. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Looked like it might drop for him, and you know, that has to frustrate him just a bit. That's one of his favorite spots on the floor.
Durant with it. West picks him up. Outside Jefferson. Back to Durant. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Irving. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Williams, he's checked in for Curry. That's good from Durant. And one thing we've seen from Kevin Durant so far in his career is that he shows up big when games mean the most. His team might not always win when the lights are their brightest, but he is still at his very best.
You are so right. Whenever he is on the national stage, it seems that is when he drops 40 and 10. And he's been playing in huge games his entire life and knows how to amp himself up. And while some stars can wilt or vanish in big games, Durant just seems to flourish. Yeah, you can see they've gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
You know what I think they need more than anything is to try to get the other side to play at their pace.
A chance to check out stats for LeBron James. He's coming off an excellent season, putting up about 25 points per, 6 assists and 7 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Here's Clark, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. James outside, just 5 to shoot. From deep, Iguodala. They get it again. Shot's good from West.
I'll tell you, that's some gritty work on the offensive glass. Staying active and coming away with second chance points is just so crucial.
The dish to Dunleavy. There's a screen by Williams. Back to Durant. Now Dunleavy, pass to Durant. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Livingston. He dishes it to James. To the inside. It's blocked. Fry passes to Williams. Outside Durant. Goes up on the high post. Good. Durant's got his third basket of the night.
Already seizing control of this game.
Two teams in very different modes right now. One playing with energy and passion at both ends, and the other wishing for a reset button on this game.
Iguodala dishes to West. And it's West again missing. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 17-7 run. Okay, time now for an injury report. Now let's check in with David Aldridge and see how Kevin Love's doing. David?
Hey guys, I got an update from the Cavaliers head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it does not look good at all. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
No, I mean, this is a big blow, and it will force the team to make some adjustments, not just in terms of personnel in the court, but in terms of strategy.
Left side, Williams. Outside, Durant. Jacks up a three. Again, Durant missing.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
I love the recognition defensively. They know he can knock down that shot, and you stay right tight to him.
35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. There's a screen. Jefferson setting the pick for Williams. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Iguodala outside. Feeds it to Clark. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Clark's got his first points of the night. And here is Williams. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Got it off in time. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
Boy, they can head to the bench riding high. There will be a few extra smiles in their huddle after that buzzer beater.
And certainly one of the game's bigger personalities, Draymond Green, had this to say about his approach to leadership.
Most importantly, it's just about how the guys respond to me. And, just really bringing that energy and that attitude and that fire each and every night, every day, whether it's in practice, whether it's, in the game, whatever it is, just always bringing that energy and that passion.
A heart and soul guy, Draymond Green has the kind of spirit, guys, that everyone else can just kind of feed off of.
Yeah, his talents and contributions now being appreciated. He's forced his way into the discussion of top 10 players in our league.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
And it's really about limiting their mistakes, and early on they've been able to do that here in the first.
Smart basketball. Be patient. Don't force anything. Let the game come to you.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. A lot of defense at the forward spot with Iguodala and Green. Kyrie Irving is out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Pachulia in its center, but they'll get another chance.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, guys, we have got in the NBA.
The tireless work ethic, the passion. He's a guy the team relies on for that.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, LeBron James has stepped up over the years, both on and off the court. Of course, he plays with that reckless abandon, but off the floor, he's been very involved and vocal about social issues. And more dramatically, he entrusted his marketing empire to his childhood friends. LeBron recalled people called it the worst decision ever. All this to 3 guys who didn't finish college. We got dirt thrown on all of us, but I always believed in him. Kevin, you can't say it hasn't worked out.
He's broken the mold, D.A. Thank you. Irving can't hit. Cleveland leading by 12. And for the Cavs, they've got some roster versatility in their front court. Do you like them with the traditional 7-footer on the inside, or do you think they're better off going smaller?
Well, I think, Kevin, most of their talent is at that power forward position, and they've got 4s with size and strength. They give up a bit of shot blocking with those lineups, but I think the positives outweigh the negatives.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. These teams were last season's best passers, the squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Warriors, number 1.
The way these guys move the ball offensively was really a joy to watch. Great teamwork and unselfishness, and that's why we saw those great assist numbers a season ago.
The 17-footer. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Guys, we know Kyrie can score from anywhere on the floor, including the mid-range.
The screen from Thompson. Curry is inside, covered by Irving, and he makes good on the layup. 13 points for Steph Curry.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Timeout called the Warriors. So many players, Doris, in the NBA make things look so easy to do. You know, having played, that it's not. It is not effortless. There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, the 2 guys that come immediately to mind at the point guard position are Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry. And I think it has to do with that magnificent handle that each of them has, able to put defenders on skates with, a lean here, a crossover there. You think about the great scorers. Kevin Durant, right, makes those 3-pointers in transition. It comes off the top of his hand so quickly. Carmelo Anthony, another, just naturally gifted scorer. Melo puts 25 on you. Didn't look like he broke a sweat.
But doesn't it also stand to reason that the work these guys put in, a lot of which we never see,
yes,
is so much a product of what they become?
I think the one thing that surprises me about the NBA is how hard these men work at their craft.
The best ones, the very best guys.
The very best guys spend the most time in the gym. You just want to tell young people, if you want to know how to be a great player, devote your time and your life to it, because that's what these guys do.
Well said. Goes up off the inbound. Iguodala. No good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Love against Green. Back to Love. The screen from Thompson. Fires the 3. The shot by Curry, no good.
He started the game scorching the Nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second.
Irving kicks to Green. Passes to Thompson. 3-pointer. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Thompson's got 6 points.
But you can always bank on him to have an impact with his offensive arsenal.
Curry passes to Love. Green with the block. Love dishes to Thompson. And good that time.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
And we all know how skilled Kevin Love is offensively, a guy who can score on the low block and Doris step out and hit the triple. What about his play on the defensive end?
Well, this is the conversation, right, Kevin? And I think he's better than he's been given credit for. Certainly, he's not an elite defender, but his defensive rebounding is elite. And not having to bear the offensive burden that he did in Minnesota, he's become more than solid defensively. You're always surprised when he misses that kind of look, whether the defense is on him or not.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
Boy, you just love Shumpert's pre-shot routine. Gets his feet set, ready to catch and release. Beautiful.
Irving kicks to Green. Dishes it to Thompson. Launches a three. And it's Thompson again missing.
You know, something's off. His shot mechanics, perhaps, and they need him to shoot it well right now.
Pass to Love. Back to Shumpert. The screen from Thompson. Curry wide open. Another three for Cleveland.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Irving passes to Iguodala. Green with a screen on Jefferson. Picked by Pachulia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Green with the 3, but they get it back. Thompson for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jefferson dishes to Curry. They double-team Curry. It's deflected and stolen by Irving. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala. He gets that one. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, a nice flow to that play. Led him right into the attempt with the sharp pass. It has to be crisp, and it has to be on time.
Curry outside. Here's Love. Up again.
His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the slack.
Down low and stolen by Love. Outside jumper. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
You love the confidence, but that's a situation where they really needed a better look.
Cleveland leading by 16. Outside Curry. From deep. And Pachulia pulls it down. Outside Irving. He feeds it to Iguodala. And there's the pass to Thompson. Irving kicks to Pachulia. 4 on the shot clock. Thompson from long range. Nailed from three-point land. Thompson's got 11 points.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
It's a pick by Love. Back to Curry. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got his 4th assist in this one.
That guy's not sure how many big men could have found that open man that quick. Great play from Kevin Love there.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Now you think about Kevin Love deciding that he would return to Cleveland, a shiny new 5-year, $110 million contract. He had to sit with LeBron first and discuss how he could perhaps do more to help the team win. Let's remember, this was a big-time guy in Minnesota.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. West is checked in for Pachulia. LeBron comes in for Andre Iguodala. Ian Clark's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Kyrie Irving.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Livingston with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And there's the feed to LeBron. Green, the pass to West. Got a hand on it. Outside Durant. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. 10 points for him. And Kevin Love knew when he joined the Cavaliers that it would be in a different role. Instead of being the go-to guy he was in Minnesota, he is now more or less the third option.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, obviously for the Cavs, you want to make sure you can try to continue to feature him offensively, even if that's by staggering minutes with LeBron's. You want to keep him engaged and take advantage of his talents.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
LeBron outside. Pick by West. Here's Clark. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Clark's got 5.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Williams with the ball. Now Green defending. And Channing Frye, a three-point specialist of 6'11". It's a shot he didn't really utilize in earnest until his 5th year in the league.
And think about it, Kevin. It's like he flipped a switch. It's become the staple of his offensive game, and he's a trendsetter in that regard. Very tough to defend that pick and pop at the top of the key.
And he can't hit the second. Doris, we asked fans to write in questions for you. We've had thousands, literally thousands of letters, emails coming in. The fans want you to answer questions. So here's one I just picked out of the fishbowl here. This is from Joe in Portland. What are your hobbies outside of basketball?
Yeah, I think this might surprise people, but I love to cook, Kevin. Not that I'm going to spend 3 hours in the kitchen, but having been the mother of 2 children, I love to cook. My daughter loves to cook with me. The other thing is I live at the ocean, so you can find me on the water.
I want to be one of your kids. My gosh.
It's not a bad life.
Now, I picture you as like with a towel draped over your shoulder and coaching, thinking it through, but enjoying the cooking process.
Oh, there's no question. I'll tell you what, if I make a good dish, just like John Thompson, the towel's over the shoulder, but if I have thrown it down, that towel goes in the air.
You can cook.
No question. Yeah, Channing Frye, guys, a guy acquired by Cleveland last season at the trade deadline. I think he's been crucial. The ability to space the court at either power forward or center, and on a very reasonable contract.
And he's good on the second. And Doris, you look at advanced statistics. Channing Frye, a better player than some might realize.
Well, I think, Kevin, rebounding is where he hurts you. Underrated defensively, and of course, close to 40% from three-point range. That provides spacing for all of their star talent. Boy, his shot looks so much more fluid this quarter, hitting at a much better clip.
Williams dishes to Frye. He kicks to Durant. There's the pick. Launches a 3. Here's Love. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, guys, if Love doesn't finish a play inside, there is a high chance he's still going to find his way to the free throw line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first one falls.
I think everyone knows Cleveland is the team to beat in the East. They steamrolled through the Eastern Conference a year ago. And I think as long as their roster stays pretty much intact, they've got to continue to exert that dominance.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And this Cavs team, a veteran-laden group, Doris, no question about that. And they're great, but do they have a way to get even better?
Well, it's interesting because their core players are either at their peak or perhaps on the downswing. And they probably need to luck out in the draft or free agency to move the needle from here.
The Warriors shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
The first one falls. And you know, you look at the depth of the Warriors, never mind their dominant starting 5, Greg. Their reserves are as good as some starting units in the NBA.
And for some teams, that can cause problems, where guys aren't playing as much as they feel they deserve. When you're playing for a team that's competing for a championship, though, players understand that some sacrifice is required.
And so Clark nails both of them.
And for the Cavaliers, third time was that charm, right? 3 finals appearances in their last 46 years as a franchise, and they finally win the title. To hang that banner, guys, what a tremendous accomplishment.
To the middle, it's stolen by West. There's 1:47 left here in the second. And Green gets it to go.
Boy, somehow he wound up all by himself behind the arc. Clearly a missed assignment on the defensive end. Coach will not be happy.
And it wasn't just the Cavaliers getting the monkey off the back doors. It was the entire city of Cleveland.
Well, how about over a half a century between professional sporting championships? It's almost hard to quantify what the Cavs win meant for those loyal fans.
Pick by West. Durant against LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Green. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 3rd assist on the night. The Cavaliers leading by 8. There's 53 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Williams kicks to Durant. Fires from deep. The Warriors pull it in. West has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, no threes for him in the second after drilling one in the first.
No good from Clark. The Cavaliers shooting the ball at a 43% rate here in the second. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. Here's Clark, defended by Dunleavy. No good from Clark. Well, the Cavaliers shooting reasonably well, 45%. Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside Durant, shot to stop the drought. That's short off the rim. That'll do it for the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaq and Kenny. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They have a solid 8-point lead. And let's go to Shaq. What did you think of their first half?
Well, they got a nice advantage in the free throw department. I wish I was a shooter. They've been the one taking the direct approach. They're driving the lane, being physical, and forcing the opposing D into tight spots. And that's got them a lot of points at the line and the lead.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. You know, when you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and you need to cut that deficit quickly.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Really an incredible game from Steph and Curry.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
Well, he's given us every reason to anticipate big scoring outbursts, and tonight no exception.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. Amon Shumpert is out there with Curry. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Here's Shumpert. Right side Curry. From outside the arc. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we know our old friend Steve Kerr was new to coaching when he took the reins of the Warriors, but he'd mentored under the greats. He said that Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich both had an almost scary amount of presence. As for Steve, he said, "I'm very laid back. I believe in the calm presence of a coach more so than the ranting and raving and screaming and yelling." I guess that's what he says to the referees anyway, guys.
Cool under pressure, but D.A., he's as competitive as they come. Thank you. Here's Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's 15 points for Draymond Green.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Thompson, a screen on Irving. Again, Curry missing.
Not what they were looking for. 3 straight misses to start the third.
James, the pass to Green. And too long on the shot.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
He knows it. He just got locked into scoring mode and couldn't get out of it.
It's Durant on the wing. Thompson sets the pick for Durant. But they recover it. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Pachulia, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
No smart shot from Pachulia. Outstanding in the mid-range game.
Cavaliers have gone 0 of 5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Curry, a screen on Thompson. Back to Love. Durant kicks to Shumpert. Stolen by Thompson. Down low for the lead. Green. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Love.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. We've had point forwards in the league before, but Draymond Green really in a lot of ways is a new breed of a point forward. I mean, he does it as an undersized power forward. It does it on a team that plays at an extremely high tempo. And remember, he's also asked oftentimes to guard centers and post players. And so when you factor in the overall versatility that he brings to your roster, he's as valuable as anybody in our league.
Just 5 on the clock. Shumpert, no good.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And it's Thompson that time on the assist by James. James has got 6 assists here tonight.
How good is King James at spreading the floor, involving everyone on the offensive end?
And with Green, so often you'll see him grab a rebound, bring it up the floor, then set up the score. He really looks like a point guard.
Yeah, passes as well as any lead guard in our league, has a great idea of the moment, knows exactly when and where everyone is on the floor, and minimizes his turnovers as well, and has a terrific assist-to-turnover ratio.
Golden State moving it around. The shot's good from Irving.
Boy, when Irving is in rhythm from distance like he is, turn the lights out. Defense has no answer.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Curry kicks to Shumpert. Love outside. Love with the screen on Green. Durant, no good.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Confidence, he's lacking poise. He's forcing things that aren't there. He's just taking shots out of rhythm.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Kicks it out to Love. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists in the game. Green with a screen on Love. Irving with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. There's Green with the 3. The shot off that time, and Cleveland the other way now.
Still looking for his first triple of the half. He had 3 at the break.
Here's Thompson. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, there are several ways that Thompson can be a factor on the offensive end, and he is still adding to that arsenal.
LeBron outside. Green, the screen. James kicks to Thompson. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Cavaliers trailing. Now Curry. He's got 18. Back to Love. Kicks it to Shumpert. The dish to Thompson. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Golden State's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Outside Irving. Pass to James. On the wing, Green. Buries it from 3-point range. Green's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, there's no question about why they're up. His accuracy has been phenomenal tonight.
And here is Curry. He dishes it to Durant. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Green, the screen. Irving kicks to Thompson. It's stolen by Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this, for his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Thompson, a screen on Irving. Curry dishes to Thompson. And Doris, I know you shot a lot of free throws in your day, got to the line often. What goes into the mentality, an aggressive style, or even art form of getting to the line?
You know, I like the way that last part of that question was phrased, the art form, because that's exactly what it is. You know, one, as a guard, you can't have any fear in attacking the rim with bigger bodies around you. You can't be afraid of contact. And, in fact, there is an art form to sort of leaning in without committing an offensive foul. So there's a real touch and flair and confidence it takes to be a guard who gets to the free throw line consistently.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. West is checked in for Pachulia. And Ian Clark subbed in for LeBron. He hits the second from the line. Here's Irving. 12 points for him. Pick by West. Irving kicks to Thompson. Shoots. Cavaliers with the rebound. Curry with it. He's got 18. Fires the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got 21 in the game.
And that's another three. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
West right side. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 5. No good off the front iron. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Back to Curry. Feeds it to Thompson. Outside Jefferson. Outside Curry. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Warriors leading by 3. To the inside. Here's Iguodala. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The screen from Thompson. Curry kicks to Thompson. Cleveland moving it around. And it's Curry again from deep. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
And stolen by Williams. And Jefferson wide open. He shoots. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Connects from three-point range.
Guys, that takes vision and timing to put it on time and on target.
Now here's Williams. Looking for his first basket still in this one. The screen from Thompson. Here is Williams. Passes it to Fry. Pulls up on the wing. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Warriors leading by 3. Clark kicks to Irving. Shoots from the elbow. And another basket for Golden State.
What a silky jumper from Kyrie there in the face of some pretty staunch defense. Takes a lot of pressure to throw his shot off.
There's the pick. Here's Curry with the three. The shot, no good. Excellent D here by Iguodala. Irving kicks to Thompson. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside Curry. Back to Jefferson. Curry, a screen on Thompson. Jefferson against Thompson. Outside Curry. Here's Jefferson. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Irving's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Out to the right wing. The 15-footer. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Curry outside. Good on the triple. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half.
He got loose from downtown in the first half. Now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
Dishes to Thompson. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Williams kicks to Curry. Here's Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, Thompson just so focused. Even with the defense in his face, he still has the poise to be able to knock down shots.
Here's Irving. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Curry, a screen on Iguodala. West with the block.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
That has to be their mindset. Get as quick a shot as possible.
Here's Clark. Steph Curry with the rebound. Curry's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Jefferson with it. West picks him up. Baseline J on the way. Again, the miss by Thompson. Irving passes to Clark. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Knocks down the 3 ball. Thompson's got 8 points in the quarter.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he really carried the momentum from the last game right to this one. He is rolling.
Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Get a couple stops, we get a couple runouts, we get into our flow, all right? Keep the ball moving, keep the intensity.
Steve Kerr asking his guys just to keep up the pace, playing selfishly, basically be yourself, stay in character.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what this team is capable of. Just looking for a couple of plays to really kind of kickstart that engine and give them that little sustainable groove.
And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Livingston is out there with Ian Clark. Then there's Draymond Green, and it's LeBron James, and it's Pachulia in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Warriors' 5.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Certainly not. This is when you want to see tight, aggressive defense, everybody on point down the stretch in a close game.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
Outside Curry. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Green, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Kevin Durant. And the first one drops. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And one thing I don't think Kevin Durant gets enough credit for is his mental toughness.
Good point.
He is rarely shaken or thrown off his game if things aren't going his way, and always remains focused on winning and doesn't let too much throw him off course.
Now Livingston. Pass to Clark. Green, the screen. From deep, James. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Curry outside. The Warriors pull it in. Pachulia's got rebound number 13 with that last one. James dishes to Green. Back to LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
If you're going to step in front of LeBron James, we're going to question your sanity. Just a freak of nature.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. And here is Curry. It's a pick by Love. Here's Dunleavy. Launches it. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Golden State. Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Clark. That 3 off the mark.
You know, this hasn't been his best game, but he's been aggressive, and they're winning.
Love with the screen for Curry. He feeds it to Love. That's tipped.
Well, incredible work on defense from Zaza Pachulia. Great positioning so he can reject it.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Well, what a season 2015-16 turned into for Zaza Pachulia. Acquired by Dallas for a heavily protected second-round pick, he filled that starting role admirably and was instrumental in helping the Mavericks make the playoffs.
And he knocks down the first one. And Pachulia nearly voted an all-star starter in the West last season.
How about, Kev, a big social media movement drove a lot of the votes for him, and something he wasn't ever really involved in. Just shows how much people appreciate his game, though. Not a big numbers guy, but he impacts winning.
And he can't hit the second.
Now, Irving is so versatile as a scorer. Outstanding free throw shooter, too.
And Shumpert kicks to Frye. 8 feet away. And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good.
Well, gentlemen, as you know, Frye, an important role player. At 6'11", he can play the 4 and the 5, able to launch the long ball and really stretch the floor.
Pachulia with the screen on Curry. No one near James as he lets it go. And the Warriors miss again. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Durant the pass to Love. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Love has is usually lights out from the charity stripe. Just possesses a nice stroke from there.
Here's Green. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And now 24 points for Draymond Green.
This guy just isn't missing today. I mean, what a day he's had from the field.
And his shooting is the only reason this game is as close as it is. He's been Mr. Reliable offensively.
Love, no luck.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Yeah, that's the look you're working toward with your offense. Hurts when you don't hit it.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Right wing. And the pass to Shumpert. From beyond the arc, Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Irving's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Start it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
And so it's Cleveland with it. They trail by 11. Here's Durant. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 8th assist in the game. James with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. James kicks to Irving. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Curry with it. Outside Durant. And Love has it in the corner. Hits it from 3-point range.
You know, since halftime, he's finally started to shoot with confidence.
Warriors leading by 8. And Thompson kicks to Irving. From the corner. It's hauled in by Fry. Fry's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Love from the arc. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, Love has worked to diversify his game. You have to guard him from the perimeter or he will burn you.
Green, the screen. Green with a screen for Irving. Jumper off the screen. Another shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The free throw drops for Pachulia. And out of the Republic of Georgia, Pachulia, a late 2nd-round pick back in 2003. He's carved out, Doris, a very solid career.
Yeah, I mean, Kev, listen, we're talking great IQ and toughness. Works hard on the glass, sets good screens. He's not a big-time scorer or shot blocker, but he's very effective playing that pivot position.
And Pachulia drops them both.
Now, respect and admiration around the league for how tough Pachulia is. His physicality means an awful lot to this squad.
Curry kicks to Love. Outside jumper. The feed to Durant. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
lined it up and knocked it down. His second triple tonight.
Warriors leading by 4. Irving kicks to Thompson. Back to Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And now it's 27 points for Kyrie Irving. Durant dishes to Curry. He kicks to Love. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They've led by as many as 11 points. Now here's LeBron, and a wide open look for Irving. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Oh, since the break, his efficiency has gone up a notch, looking really polished now.
And Shumpert kicks to Love. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Now the Warriors moving it up, and there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Here's the screen. Irving for 3. Unable to get that one. And Cleveland the other way now. Shumpert passes to Curry. They double-team Curry. And Thompson throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Irving for 3. Hands it from downtown. Irving's got 32 points.
Boy, the swagger, the confidence, all on display. He is in the zone right now, Kyrie.
Love outside. Thompson sets the pick for Love. The 17-footer lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Love's got 18 points now here in the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
The dish to Green. Irving double team. Pulls it up, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And doing a really good job here of pounding it inside in the second half. Sound strategy with the lead.
And you look at LeBron's career, he's been cast in so many roles. The child prodigy, Doris, the chosen one, the villain, the champion, now the savior. So much of that is media creation, as we know. At this point in his career, does he care, you think, Doris, what people even say about him?
I think he's certainly conscious of his brand, Kevin, but I think LeBron's at a point in his career where it's a little bit devil may care. The Miami move was so criticized. Those rings don't come with any asterisks, though, right? I mean, he realizes that as long as he wins, the rest is just noise.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. What do you think is the most difficult thing about being a rookie that they have to face, Doris, in the transition from the college game to the pro game?
Now, I'm interested in your response as well. I mean, the first 2 things that come to mind for me are physicality and length of season. Do you think that those are probably the 2 toughest adjustments?
Absolutely, but I also think that intangible is that being a what's it mean to be a professional? Because don't you think it covers the way you handle your off time, the way you practice, interact with the press? I mean, it's so multidimensional. Learning to be a pro just does not happen overnight.
Is there any better compliment in any field than to have someone say, that's a pro right there?
The best. Agreed. The best. Both free throws good from Green.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Outside Durant. Inside Love. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Boy, as aggressive as he's been, hitting all these shots, they're still behind.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And that one misses. Warriors leading by 10. Thompson in the corner. Launches a 3. And that's collected by Love. Love's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Nailed from three-point land.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
And Thompson kicks to Irving. Here's Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Durant dishes to Shumpert. The screen from Thompson. Here's Curry with the 3. Great D that time from Green.
He needs to stop shooting the ball right now. This is hurting his team.
Picked by Pachulia. Irving against Thompson. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
You know, the accuracy on that assist was perfect. He hit him in the dead run, exactly where it needed to be.
At the line, Klay Thompson with 1.
.158 left in the game. Now Shumpert. The screen from Thompson. It's Curry outside. Warriors with the rebound. Thompson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Thompson again missing.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
No, and it looked like he got a bit ahead of himself and just couldn't pull back.
And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Steph and Curry. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Yeah, I think that's where you swing the ball around. Try and find a better passing angle.
LeBron passes to Thompson. Irving kicks to Thompson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And that's now 25 points for Klay Thompson.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Warriors.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster. And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players. But another tour de force for Irving.
I thought he really played with a great amount of force. No one was going to deny him. He fought through a lot of defensive schemes meant to slow him down and still had himself a night.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kicks it to LeBron. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. And the Warriors lead by 9. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're losing by 9. 17 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Seventeen seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Good on the triple. We've got 13 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one, and an intentional foul right there.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
2 shots.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And the Cavaliers call time here. They're trailing by 8. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams kicks to Jefferson. No good from outside.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
How about the closeout? Gave no room to operate. Great effort.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. A confident win, and one where they clearly